What is your message to those who are fighting for human rights?
Don't give up. So there is so much about the fight for human rights that requires us to remember that we are not alone. Because it is a very, it requires movements. It requires working against systems that have been designed in many situations to neglect, if not be more affirmative, in overlooking or even attacking human rights. That means seeing some of the worst of human behaviors. That means understanding and seeing what suffering looks like, what pain looks like, what unfairness looks like. And for someone and anyone who has a level of empathy and understanding about that, it requires a great level of endurance to stick with it, if you care about it and you understand what it means. So I start by saying, remember, you are not alone, and it matters. And I think it's important to start from a perspective of knowing, not just believing, but knowing. You're born with rights. You're born with these rights. You're not asking someone to do you the favor through the benevolence of their existence to grant you these rights. They are your rights, God-given. And I think it's always important to remember that in the fight for human rights. And then to remember, therefore, there is a universality about those rights. So we will not measure the rights that people have, the human rights, based on cultures or nations, but based on universal principles. The universal principles that should be grounded in an understanding of equality, and grounded in an understanding of the freedom individuals should be able to have as a right to exercise certain decisions for themselves about their lives.